Good evening, class. So today we will have an oral recitation. So let's start with we. Article 1843. A limited partnership is one formed by two or more persons under the provisions of the following article, having as members one or more general partners and one or more limited partners. The limited partners, as such, shall not be bound by the obligations of the partnership. Article 1843 defines what a limited partnership is. It is sufficient that there is one general and one limited partner in a limited partnership. The reason for the existence of a limited partnership is to address the needs of all those who wish to join a partnership without the risk of losing any personal property. The characteristics of limited partnership is to comply with the statutory requirements of Article 1824. General partners control the partnership and are personally liable for partnership debts. Limited partners contribute the capital and are not liable personally for partnership debts. The limited partners may ask for the return of their capital contributions under the conditions prescribed by law, and the partnership debts are paid out of the common fund and the individual properties of the general partners. So a limited partnership is thus composed of two classes of partners, general and limited. So the liability of a limited partner is limited to the amount of money he has put into the partnership. So this limited liability is a key characteristic of the limited partnership. It is an exception to the general rule that all partners, including industrial partners, are liable pro rata with all their property for partnership debts. Thus, a limited partner has the same type of liability as a stockholder in a corporation. Mausasa? Article 1844. Two or more persons desiring to form a limited partnership shall first sign and swear to a certificate which shall state A. The name of the partnership, adding there to the word limited. B. The character of the business. C. The location of the principal place of business. D. The name and place of residence of each member, general and limited partners, being respectively designated. E. The term for which the partnership is to exist. F. The amount of cash and a description of and the agreed value of the other property contributed by each limited partner. G. The additional contributions, if any, to be made by each limited partner and the times at which or events on the happening of which they shall be made. H. The time, if agreed upon, when the contribution of each limited partner is to be returned. I. The share of the profits or the other compensation by way of income which each limited partner shall receive by reason of his contribution. J. The right, if given, of a limited partner to substitute an assignee as contributor in his place, and the terms and conditions of the substitution. K. The right, if given, of the partners to admit additional limited partners. L. The right, if given, of one or more of the limited partners to priority over other limited partners as to contributions or as to compensation by the way of income and the nature of such priority. M. The right, if given, of the remaining general partner or partners to continue the business on the death, retirement, civil interdiction, insanity, or insolvency of a general partner. And N. The right, if given, of a limited partner to demand and receive property other than cash in return for his contribution. Second, file for record the certificate in the office of the Securities and Exchange Commission. A limited partnership is formed if there has been substantial compliance in good faith with the foregoing requirements. So the two requirements in a limited partnership: first, sign and swear to a certificate containing the data mentioned in the article A to N. Second, have the certificate recorded with the SEC. A limited partnership cannot be formed orally because a limited partnership contract is not perfected by mere agreement as requires formal proceedings. So partnership must substantially comply with the requirements. If the partnership does not comply with the requirements, it will not be void, but it will only become a general partnership. The certificate must be registered because registration is a notice to all third persons who will be dealing with or are dealing with the partnership that there are partners with limited liability. The presumption is that when a partnership deals with a third person, the partnership is a general partnership. CONAG. Article 1849. After the formation of a limited partnership, additional limited partners may be admitted upon filing an amendment to the original certificate in accordance with the requirements of Article 1865. So after a limited partnership has been formed, additional limited partners may be admitted. So the law requires that there is proper amendment to the certificate which must be signed and sworn to all of the partners, including the new limited partners, and filed in the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, pursuant to the requirements of Article 1865. So suppose that in a limited partnership there are only two general partners and one limited partner. So can you add another limited partner? So yes, amend the certificate under Article 1865 and do so. Ang Article 1850. A general partner shall have all the rights and powers and be subject to all the restrictions and liabilities of a partnership without limited partners. However, without the written consent or ratification of the specific act by all the limited partners, a general partner or all of the general partners have no authority to: first, do any act in the contravention of the certificate. Second, do any act which would make it impossible to carry on the ordinary business of the partnership. Third, confess a judgment against the partnership. Fourth, possess partnership property or assign their rights in specific partnership property for other than a partnership purpose. Fifth, admit a person as a general partner. Sixth, admit a person as a limited partner unless the right so to do is given in the certificate. Seventh, continue the business with partnership property on the death, retirement, insanity, civil interdiction, or insolvency of a general partner unless the right to do so is given in the certificate. Article 1850 refers to the power, liabilities, and limitations of a general partner in a limited partnership. A general partner has the same rights, powers, and limitations in a limited partnership as when he would have been in a general partnership. So if there are 100 general partners and one dies, the partnership will be dissolved. However, this rule will not apply in the case of limited partners. If there are 5 limited partners and one dies, then the partnership will still continue. A limited partnership will continue, not dissolved, even in cases of the death of a limited partner, as long as there is still one surviving limited partner in the partnership. Donaire. Article 1851. A limited partner shall have the same rights as a general partner to: 1. Have the partnership books kept at the principal place of business of the partnership and at a reasonable hour to inspect and copy any of them. 2. Have on demand true and full information of all things affecting the partnership and a formal account of partnership affairs whenever circumstances render it just and reasonable. And 3rd, have dissolution and winding up by decree of court. A limited partner shall have the right to receive a share of the profits or other compensation by way of income, and to the return of his contribution as provided in Articles 1856 and 1857. So in Article 1851, The limited partner is viewed as a partner only to a certain extent. His powers, actual or implied, are much more limited than those of a general partner. So a limited partner is given the same rights as a general partner. That is, first, they can require that the partnership books be kept at the principal place of business. Second, inspect and copy partnership books. Third, demand through and full information regarding all matters concerning the partnership. Fourth, demand for legal winding up or dissolution. And fifth, share in profits, other compensation by way of income, and the return of contributions. Magallanes. Article 1852. Without prejudice to the provisions of Article 1848, a person who has contributed to the capital of a business conducted by a person or partnership erroneously believing that he has become a limited partner in a limited partnership is not, by reason of his exercise of the rights of a limited partner, a general partner with a person or in the partnership carrying on the business or bound by the obligations of such person or partnership, provided that on ascertaining the mistake he promptly renounces his interest in the profits of the business or other compensation by way of income. So, Article 1852 refers to a failure to create a limited partnership. For example, suppose A, B, and C form a limited partnership, with C being the limited partner with a contribution of 20,000. The certificate that they sign says that C is a general partner. What then if C, believing himself to be a limited partner, begins to exercise his rights as such? C cannot be held liable as a general partner if upon his realization of the error, he promptly renounces his involvement with a partnership except if first, if he participates in the management of the partnership, and second, if his surname is used in the partnership name. So, to consider the situation above, but this time, C's name is not mentioned at all. So, what happens then? If that is the case, then there is no limited partnership because there is no limited partner mentioned. So, the law anticipates a situation wherein the person is a limited partner, but his name is not mentioned as such or not mentioned at all in the certificate. Pareha. Article 1860. The retirement, death, insolvency, insanity, or civil interdiction of a general partner dissolves the partnership, unless the business is continued by the remaining general partners, first under a right so to do stated in the certificate, or second with the consent of all the members. The effect of a retirement, death of a general partner, any of such cases affecting a limited partner does not result in its dissolution unless, of course, there is only one limited partner. So if the business is continued by the remaining partners under the right given in the certificate or with the consent of all the members, the certificate must be amended as required by Article 1864, Paragraph 2. So again, this does not apply to limited partners because as long as there is one limited partner still living, then the partnership is continued. So general partners can only continue the business if first the right was stated in the certificate, and second, if all partners consent to such. Baba. So Article 1864, the certificate shall be cancelled when the partnership is dissolved or all limited partners cease to be such. A certificate shall be amended when first there is a change in the name of the partnership or in the amount or character of the contribution of any limited partner. Second, a person is substituted as a limited partner. Third, an additional limited partner is admitted. Fourth, a person is admitted as a general partner. Fifth, a general partner retires, dies, becomes insolvent or insane, or is sentenced to civil interdiction, and the business is continued under Article 1860. Sixth, there is a change in the character of the business of the partnership. Seventh, there is a false or erroneous statement in the certificate. Eighth, there is a change in the time as stated in the certificate for the dissolution of the partnership or for the return of a contribution. Ninth, a time is fixed for the dissolution of the partnership or the return of a contribution, no time having been specified in the certificate. Or 10th, the members desire to make a change in any other statement in the certificate in order that it shall accurately represent the agreement among them. So the certificate shall be cancelled, not merely amended, when the partnership is dissolved other than by reason of the expiration of the term of the partnership, or when the limited partners cease to be such. A limited partnership cannot exist as such if there are no more limited partners. In all other cases, only an amendment of the certificate is required. So that's it for today's oral recitation, and tomorrow we will be having our reporting. So tomorrow's reporters will be Miss Uy. She will be reporting 14 sections or articles because she only recited once. And next is Miss Maosesa. She will be reporting only 3 articles or sections because she already recited for 12 times already. So see you tomorrow, guys.